communism to totalitarianism.
And this is giving me straight from Rockefeller himself. This is what they want to accomplish.
And that the whole agenda is to create a world government.
The whole agenda is to create a one world government.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for inviting me to speak at this impressive gathering for the World Government Summit.
You know, the next step would be to move to a cashless society, moving all monies and, to a microchip system.
Where everybody has an RFID chip implanted in them, right? There'll be no more cash.
Paying without cash is fast becoming the norm.
When I think about it, I pay more without cash than with.
Total integration of all information.
You can just turn off your chip, and you have nothing. You can't buy food.
Total subjugation of all human populations.
It's total control of the people.
And that chip's connected to a database that has your purchasing records, what you do, what
everything,
you sell.
Everything is in there, And so they want a one world government controlled by them, everybody being chipped, all your money in those chips, and they control the chips, and they control people, and you become a slave, you become a serf to these people. That's their goal, that's their intention.
Hi, Shalom, Mike. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kudash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect that teach the word in all true faith and sincerity. And yeah, as you can see that clip, as you know that this, this devil is pretty much is trying to, keep his power, man. Because that's what it's all about, rulership. And his warped mind, his warped thinking, this is the only way out. Is by having the people as perpetual slaves by the way of that chip, man. And you seeing it now, through this, by the way of this jab, who's gonna bow down to the image, who's resisting, man. And that's why you have the military, is being spoken about more and more, man. Because this is how this man always rationalize things out by the way of the sword. But as you can see, this is a global thing. This is nothing reserved to just America. This is something that's worldwide. Matter of fact, I'll start off with this because everyone lies about to change one way, form, or fashion, man. By the way of this hour of temptation. Jacob's trouble. The tribulation. Which is when that RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, they get mandated. Yeah, hey, this jab, is pretty much leading to the chip, man. It's a test run for the chip. Who's gonna bow down to it? How many resistors you're gonna have? But ultimately, this is the ultimate plan of this devil, man. It's to have everybody in subjection. To keep to keep you as perpetual slaves. But it's not gonna fall in his favor. Ultimately, it's gonna end up flipping upon him. He's gonna end up being the first set of slaves in the new era, man. In the new age, he's gonna end up being a slave. So this is Revelations 3:10, it said, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, see, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth, see. So this hour of temptation actually going to come upon all the world. Meaning what? It's going to be a decree that's going to be set forth throughout the planet earth where this is going to happen. Just like now. Wearing a mask is not just a decree that's just here reserved to the United States or here in Babylon and Great America. Wearing a mask is an actual decree that's had pretty much been decreed throughout all the planet Earth. You'll get punished for not wearing the face diaper. It's now is pretty much you got to have a certain form to to show that you took the jab so you can enter into these certain establishments. Oh, you can't enter the certain establishments without the jab. So how much more when you got to show proof that you, without the mask, like you get into these certain status without the mask, how much more is it gonna be when you got to show if you took the jab, man? You know, but it's coming upon all the world, and this man, he's doing this. He's gonna do it in a way by the way of deception, man. You know, he's gonna do it by the way of deception, just show you. He's gonna present you a way out, some form of relief, you know, to get you out of this situation, get you out of, you know, this dealt, you know, people getting cast out of their houses, you know, to give you some form of relief, you know, but it's ultimately just going to be to your detriment. You're going to end up being more of a whole dealing with this devil, man. And that's when people going to find out the so-called white man is the devil, man. Once his intentions are fully known, when it's fully being made known, then you're going to know he's the devil, you know. This is Psalms 28 and 3. It said, "Draw me not away with the wicked and with the workers of iniquity, which speak peace to their neighbors." See, and that's what this man do. He present himself as that lamb, you know, something that's gonna be that's gonna help you. He's for you. He's trying to help. He's trying to increase you. You know, speaking peaceable words. You know, it says, "But mischief is in their heart," and that's when you're gonna know when their heart, what was in his heart, when these laws and legislation come forth. You know, when those draconian laws being made manifest. You think just wearing a diaper is for your health, not knowing that's a draconian law. You got people actually looking at you crazy because you ain't got the diaper on. You know, you got the people that you looking at you crazy because you say you're not finna get jabbed out. You know, but ultimately that mischief, because he, you know, on the one hand that dealing with the max, you know, that's pretty much he's trying to knock down the population, you know, sterilize you, and ultimately just keep you in further derision, man. Keep you at a lower state, keep you as a slave, keep you as that, you know, you wake up at 9 to 5, you know, you go to McDonald's for your lunch break. You come home, you watch a damn LeBron game, you go to sleep, and you do it all over. This is what this nigga trying to do, man. And that's what he's taking away so you can ask for it. You know, he's taking away, you know, the different pleasures or whatever the case may be, even, you know, and everything like that. Just so when he get that reaction to cut a deal with you, so to speak, you got to take this chip. Or you got to take this, you got to do this, you got to do that. Just so you can continue to be a slave, man. Matter of fact, let's get this in Psalms 140. The book of Psalms. So like Psalm 140 and verse 8, it says, matter of fact, verse 8, it says, "Grant not, O Lord, the desires of the wicked." See? And what desires of the wicked? To crown his enterprises success, man. And this has been in the making for generations, man. For centuries, man. Throughout all these presidents and governors and senators, these different laws this nigga have been passing, man. You know, that's part of that secret council. That council, you know, is pretty much is set up for you to is you trying to get to a certain destination. You trying to get to a certain point, man. You know. So these desires of the wicked has been always in the making. How to keep the people, you know, in subjection, man. But we in that time with that last step, where this nigga really needs you to bite on it, and ain't nobody biting on it. You know. It says, "Grant not, O Lord, the desires of the wicked, further not his wicked device." See, which we know that the word device, you know, is ultimately dealing with evil plans or plots in an evil sense. But ultimately, why is this word device in the modern sense of the word? Is dealing with something electronic. Either you plugging up in a wall, you putting batteries in it, it lights up. A Bluetooth. because that ultimate form of that device is going to be by the way of that chip, man. You know, this is how this nigga gonna, you know, get you, so to speak. How he gonna have full control over you by the way of you. I think that's over there in China. They have the little point system over there with the citizens. You gotta have so many points to get on the train. You know, so many points to enter into certain businesses. You know, well, that's what this is about to come upon all the planet Earth, man. You know, and this is how this nigga's gonna control you. Cause if you take that chip and you don't want to do what this nigga say do, then you just gonna be a dead nigga with a chip, man. You know, with no credits on it, and now you just waiting on the missiles, man. Because if you take that chip, which is the mark of the beast, you already slated for destruction, man. You know, but it says further not his wicked device, lest they exalt themselves a lot. See, so this is how this man's gonna exalt, and that's how he's gonna once again continue, you know, to stay in the power by him doing this. But it's not gonna happen, man. It's not gonna fall in his favor, man. You know, at the end of the day, he's the one that's gonna end up being abased and being slaves, man. You know, but this nigga this is his plan. He's trying to stay in power. This is his form of doing that, being the totalitarianism, this one world order. You know, and he set this image up, and all the other nations got to bow down to this. Matter of fact, let's get this. This is Daniel 3 and 2. It says, then Nebuchadnezzar the king sent together the princes, the governors, and the captains, and the judges, the treasurers, the counselors, the sheriffs, and all the rulers of the provinces to come to the dedication of the image which Nebuchadnezzar the king has set up. So pretty much this body of government, because the government is a body, you know. So these are the different aspects of the government. They came to the dedication of the image, man. So they all had to be on this, man. They all had to be on one accord. You know, it says, then the princes, the governors, and the captains, the treasurers, the counselors, the sheriffs, and all the rulers of the provinces were gathered together unto the dedication of the image that Nebuchadnezzar the king had set up. And they stood before the image that Nebuchadnezzar had set up. See? So they so they let you know they pretty much they bow down to the image, man. You know, they was all in on it. You know? And they were gonna be the one that was gonna dish out, you know, the matter of fact, they were going to be the one that was going to, you know, push forth that decree. You know, those different aspects of the government, they were going to be the ones that are going to say, all right, every time you hear this, you got to bow down. They were going to be the ones that was going to send forth that message, man. You know, that's why you got China in on it. You got these different Russia. I mean, not Russia. What it is, China, you know, these different European countries, you know, South Korea, Japan, all these other nations, they in on it, man. You know, this is a one world system that this devil is trying to set up, and it was going to be a penalty if you didn't, you know, follow this way. You know, matter of fact, let me continue on. It said, then the herald cried aloud, to you it is commanded. See, to you, this is a decree, this is an order that you must do this. Oh, people, nations, and languages. See, so that lets you know it wasn't just to everybody that was in Babylon. No, it said people, nation, and languages. So no matter what, where you at, who you is, this is you gonna fall under this decree. It said that at what time ye hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, dulcimer, and all kinds of music, ye fall down and worship the image that Nebuchadnezzar the king has set up. So when you hear this the doctrine of the philosophy or whatever this man puts forth unto you, you gotta fall down and worship that. You gotta hold fast to this man's word. Because if you don't, it says, and whoso falleth not down and worshipeth shall the same hour be cast into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. And that's why you got concentration camps now. You got they have broadened the ways of executions. You know, it's a thing called summary execution where you pretty much gonna get put to death on the spot, man. You know, it's pretty much Guantanamo Bay is gonna be here in the USA, man. You know, different torture chambers. Well, that's what's being played out once again, man. You know, because this devil is trying to stay in power. This is his way to seize control of the planet Earth, because he's looking over his shoulder. It was one point this man was at ease. You know, he wasn't plagued at other men. He was it tells you that his children was established in his sight. I mean, this nigga had everything going for him. But now he feel judgment is on his heels. He feel, you know, that blood pursuing him. So this is his way out, man. It's pretty much to come down with that wrath, man. You know? For him to say everybody gonna do what I say or I'm gonna kill you. That's the point we at now. Do what I say or I'm gonna kill you. That's the point we at with the so-called white man. You know? Because he understands and knows that if he don't get this, that's his ass. You know? Let's see, this Habakkuk 1. And and 4, it said, therefore the law is slack, and judgment doth never go forth, for the wicked doth compass about the righteous. Therefore wrong judgment proceedeth. So the wicked is we're compassed about with the wicked, man. There's no outlet. You know, the only outlet is by the way the words of Yahweh Bashim outside this truth, man. This is the way out. Because you can't take no other avenue to pretty much find relief, man. You know? Because any other way you're gonna end up, the dead end is gonna be you still gotta go to Esau for some, man. Either by way of you owning a building, you got a business. You gotta still give Esau his part, you know, give him his half. You gotta get a license to do it, you know. You going out another country or something. You gotta to let you know this is a global thing. Let's just say you're trying to go to another country. You gotta tell him where you going, how long you gonna be there, and when you gonna come back. And if you gonna bring anything there, you know, you gonna bring something back, all that, man. You know? So this nigga had comparisons about on all levels, man. You know? And it's gonna get a time where you know, these regular Americans, they don't understand that it's about to get real, man. That this man actually, you know, matter of fact, it's all about power. He understand this is what's keeping his head above water. He still, you know, got some form of power, you know, and that once he get out of power, it's not like he gonna drop the number 2 on the table of nations. You know, this nigga gonna actually gonna fall under our feet, man. He's gonna be the bottom of the totem pole. All hell's gonna come to him. So to prevent that, you know, you're gonna see this man exhaust all his time, money, and resources, man. Which at time is, hey, that's one thing that he don't have, you know. But all this money and resources and all these other nations in on it, it's still you know, he's still gonna lose at the end of the day, because the scripture said, the scripture already outlined and you know, set up how this is gonna play out, man. You know, so this is Ecclesiastes Sirach 19 in verse 28. It says, and if for want of power he be hindered from sinning. See, it was a point in time where this man kind of slacked up. The Lord, you know, pulled back the dog, so to speak, by the way of him. You know, this man was able to go into your houses and, you know, go into your house and pull you out your house and hang you in the middle of the city, man. You know, he was able to beat your ass. Yeah, I mean, do all these type of abominable things unto you and don't feel and get no repercussions from it, man. But then you had the so-called hippie movement, and then disco music, and now you seeing Esau and Jake holding a damn championship trophy together. You know, he was hindered from sinning. It was, even though he was still doing things, you know, still hanging you, you know, but it wasn't put on the forefront. You know, but we now in a time where that old hatred, that perpetual hatred, now once again being stirred up, because ultimately it goes back to the birthright, man, which is ultimately going into power. See, that blessing goes into the new world order. You know, a true, you know, pretty much rulership over the earth, man. See, he's trying to do it his way, or we're gonna do it by the way of righteousness. You know, so it said, and if for want of power he be hindered from sinning, yet when he findeth opportunity, he will do evil. And we very well much in that opportunity. You know, well, pretty much these people are ready for the taking. You know, and this is the opportunity now because the prophets are out. He have to act on these things because the prophets are out. This is what motivates him to sign these laws and legislation. This is what motivates him to, you know, bring the military in, to you know, build these, you know, set up these different concentration camps. Well, these concentration camps are pretty much these old malls and Kmart's that have been closed down. You know, the so-called what they call the retail apocalypse. Well, those different empty buildings and establishments are pretty much they concentration camps, man. You know. So this is what motivates him to do it, because this word, man. You know, is that fire. That's one thing that's gonna make you move is fire, man. You know. But at the end of the day, this nigga gonna lose. Matter of fact, because it can be perceived that this man got power, you know, and that he's an unstoppable force. But Yahweh Shema Shai is the one that's in control, man. This is on Sirach 27, and I started 25. It said, "Whoso casteth a stone on high, casteth it on his own head." See, ain't this man supposed to be on high, but he's rolling stones, you know. But guess what? That's going to end up falling upon his own head. It says, "And the deceitful stroke shall make wounds." See, meaning what? By the way, these different laws and legislation, not knowing that this man is waging war on you, he's taking away your freedom, your rights, which that shit don't mean nothing here in America anyway, you know. Oh, this nigga gave this nigga Trump when he was in office, he gave FEMA the power to reign, man. You know, the reigns over the government, you know. With those deceitful wounds, you don't even know that you being struck right now. You know, because this nigga got he got a, like the art said, brother Aaron, he said he you know, Esau got a bad mouthpiece on him, man. You know, he can word it in such a way where you think that everything's cool, not knowing he telling you he want to kill you. You know, it says whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and that's what you see now. By the way of these laws and legislation, these different false flags attached. Oh, this pandemic. That's him digging a pit. That's him, you know, trying to get the people snared and trapped. Cause that's what America filled with, snares and traps, man. You know, but he's the one that's gonna fall into that pit. It said, "And he that setteth a trap shall be taken therein." See, so this man's gonna be. He's the one that's gonna suffer. Hey, there's Haman, man. This nigga put all this money on Malachi head, you know, and pretty much end up building. I think it was a gavel to hang him, and I believe it was him and his house that got hung. You know. So he's the one that's gonna suffer on the track. Hey, this nigga, you thought Wile E. Coyote was just a Looney Tunes character, but that's really Esau, because this mad evil scientist, you know, all these traps and snares that this nigga has set forth, he was the one that ended up goddamn suffering from those traps. It said, "He that worketh mischief, it shall fall upon him, and he shall not know whence it cometh." See, because it's gonna come from on high. The way I start off, he cast a stone on high. You know, it's gonna that stone gonna come upon his head because it's the Yahweh Shema Shai is above this nigga, man. And that's what he's gonna have to. That's what he's gonna find out the hard way. You know, by the way of him setting up this new world order. That's what's gonna make the Lord spring into action, man. Him coming down with great wrath. Him trying to come up with this totalitarian system. You know, having everyone under control under his. You know what he say goes. You know, you don't bow down to that image, then you want to die. Well, guess what? It's gonna be a point of time where the Lord's gonna step in and show him that he was just a pawn, man. You know. So yeah, I just hold it with edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, Shalom, to the elect, the teacher word and all truth, faith, and sincerity, DTA, abide the law.